Welcome to the Great Legend Show, fans. It is so good to see you here on a Friday night, and welcome to Comic Book Friday for November 7th. No, it's December 7th, 2012. It's 11:07 right now, and I'm coming at you live from the Great Legend Show. And I just watched the most phenomenal podcast. You may have seen it before. It was Comic Talk Podcast, and it's always coming at you live at Fridays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's great to be here on Comic Book Friday. You know, I got my comics today. I was so glad. I have a huge haul to show you, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you right here, right now, here on the Great Legend Show. Like I said, fans, it's great to be here. I was having a little technical difficulties, but I think we're all good. Now, throughout this video, since I am coming at you live, you may see it buffer a little bit. That's because I don't have a real fast upload, but for the most part, we'll be coming at you live, and Wirecast for YouTube is in beta right now, so they'll hopefully improve everything. And if I don't like this, I'm going to give this a shot 2 or 3 times, and I may just go back to doing Google Hangouts for my live shows until they fix all their bugs. Right now, we are so happy to have one of our watchers. We have Ed and Amelia from the Dynamic Comic Duo, one of the greatest duos, one of the greatest tandems here on the YouTube comic book community. So you'll definitely want to check them out at youtube.com/Dynamic Comic Duo, where they come at you live with all kinds of great videos. It's just not comics on their channel. It is bona fide entertainment, just like I'm giving you tonight. If you're just joining in, this is the Great Legend. I'm coming at you live from the Great Legend Show, and today is Comic Book Friday for December 7th, 2012. We're also so happy to have the Edge of Blades. He'll chop you up like chop suey if you ain't careful. And we have one of my heroes of the comic book community is joining us as well, Hippies Collectibles, coming at us live. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you watched our great podcast tonight. I wasn't on the podcast tonight. I wasn't feeling it, a little under the weather, but I joined in for the bonus features. And let me tell you, at the bonus features, y'all missed out. We had 123 Comic Man and 123 Comic Bro. And as Hippie pointed out, this Wirecast for YouTube has way more lag than the Google Hangouts has. And I'm actually watching my preview video here. I've got the volume turned down on it, and I see the little the buffering thing in the middle. It's pretty laggy. That happens every, I'd probably say every 30 seconds, which kind of sucks. But stay with us here, fans. I'm going to show you some comics that I picked up today. This is my comics that I get my subscription that usually come Thursday or Friday. Today's Friday, so that's why it's Comic Book Friday, and we're coming at you live. Let's see what we got in the subscription list here. Oh, man. First thing I want to show you is Action Comics. Action Comics 15. Love that cover. As Andrew Treeweek always says, Mylar, people. Everything looks good in Mylar, and I never have to change out the bag. So this is Action Comics number 15. I love this series. I've read 1 through 12. I'm sitting on 13, 14, and 15. And I read issue 0, but I don't know if I've read the annual to this Action Comics yet. So yeah, Hippie, like Hippie pointed out, and Hippie was a great tester. He watched the recap of my first live test. And some of you here tonight watched this same video, but I had to delete it because I cut it off too early. Because what I have to do in these live videos, I have to go to the preview screen and make sure it's totally done, and then in the broadcast, depending on the preview screen. Since, you know, this thing can get about a minute full of lag. I mean, it's like a minute late, a minute delayed. Whereas Google Hangouts is maybe 10, 15-second delay. So let's see what else I got today from Lone Star Comics, aka mycomicshop.com, where if you're ever in need of books, check the link below. You'll be able to find it. I always put my comic shop link below. We have next Animal Man number 15, issue 15 of Animal Man, where Animal Man is still in the rot. This is Rot World, The Red Kingdom, Part 3. Animal Man. And Animal Man has been fighting the rot. Swamp Thing's been fighting the rot. Even Frankenstein Agent of Shade has been fighting the rot. So a lot of battling going out. Okay, looky here. We have Rorschach's Journal coming at us live. He says, Comic Book Friday Live, even though it's technically Saturday now. That's correct, fans. I don't want to give your state away, He-Man. Are in the land of Eternia. It's an hour ahead of Central Standard Time. So, he's right. In Eternia right now, it is 12:13. Which, for you, and you're just catching up, it's about 12:14, 12:15 because this video's laggy. But just testing out Wirecast for YouTube. Hopefully they'll improve it. Next issue up, Detective Comics issue 15 with the classic die-cut cover. All of these first books, these Death of the Family, whenever Death of the Family invades a new DC title, they always show that classic die-cut cover. Very cool. The Mylar shines, Andrew Treweek. The Mylar shines. Andrew Treweek is an up-and-coming YouTuber. He doesn't have any video uploads, but I want you to, chat with him when you're in the comments with him. He's a great guy. He's going to get some videos up pretty soon. He's also a big fan of Mylar. Next up is Earth 2. I love the artwork of these Earth 2 books. I think they're excellent. I'm sleeping on these for a while as well. I'm kind of like, I don't know, Ed, if you do this, of Dynamic Comic Duo. If you like sitting on books, I know Sleepy Reader 666 says he has a whole box. I'm sure a lot of us in the comic book community have a whole box of books we haven't got to yet. So, yeah, I've got maybe about 4 boxes probably, maybe 3. 3 that I could fill up. That's Earth 2 though. Cool cover, had Hawkgirl and Alan Scott fighting in the air, so it was called Flight or Death, or Flight of the Death. Next up, I picked this up because it is a Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti, a GI Combat. This is, I think, part 2, the featuring of the Haunted Tank. Now, this is issue 7. Sadly, though, this is the last issue of GI Combat. The War comics haven't been doing really good in the New 52. They had it was either the Men of War or Men at War. It had Sergeant Rock's reincarnation into the New 52. They just haven't been going very good, so that one got canceled, I think, after 8 issues. GI Combat had issue 0, and then 1 through 7, and it got canceled, so too bad, so sad. But this is Justin Gray and Palmiotti. Really great, also backstories in most of these is the Unknown Soldier. This is the triumph and tragedy of the Unknown Soldier, which is a real popular character, so I hear from Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti, and I'm really excited. Once I read, I'm going to read all of these in a row, and then I'll give you one of those classic reviews where I go through every single issue and tell you my thoughts. I really love their All-Star Western comic. I'm pretty addicted to that. Excellent comic, excellent run by Gray and Palmiotti. So I love those books. If you watched my a couple of videos back, or maybe it was the last video back, you can see where Justin Gray meets the great legend. Tells you a little story of how we started interacting on Twitter. Next book I want to show you. You can't have Animal Man without Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing issue 15 is where the Swamp Thing, he is also battling the Rot World. This is Rot World, the Green Kingdom Part 3. So we had Animal Man, the Red Kingdom Part 3. This is the Green Kingdom Part 3. And if you notice real close, whoop, we have the bat signal there. So it looks like Swamp Thing here is in Gotham. Probably trying to get I don't know what he's doing. He could be trying to talk with Poison Ivy. Maybe they're going to go green on green. I don't know. Or maybe he go green on black. A little Batman help. The Dark Knight may try to help, but I'm not sure. I'm still in issue 10 of this. Issue 10 of Swamp Thing and Animal Man, so I'm kind of behind in those, but I want to finish those up. I mean, there's just so many comics, so little time. Let's check the comments real quick. I don't think it's the video lagging. I think it's Rob. He's in a space-time continuum, rip zone, phasing in and out. The Edge of Blades is still here. Poker Joker. Oh, the Edge of Blades. Let me tell you, fans, if you are not subscribed to the Edge of Blades, subscribe to him. You know, he is so close to 100 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I'm watching the preview screen. I'm just showing off GI Combat, Haunted Tank. You know what, though? Even though it's lagging, I swear to you, right when I'm done with this broadcast, you wait. I don't have to wait. You would have to wait a minute because it's time lag. You know, and I'm in Hippie's time continuum. Someone broke my flux capacitor. But it's already uploaded, and you won't see the little, the deal. That's what I love about it. And I love Google Hangouts if you're hanging out with friends, but I don't like that little window on the bottom. I don't really like that. But I know it's a necessity. But, like, if I'm the only one in a Google Hangout, I like the big-ass screen all myself. And quality's also better on this, these live shows, too. This here is Sleepy Reader 666 showed this the other night. This is The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Now, I buy these for my son. This is issue 9. We've got issue 1 through 8. He's read 1 through 2. Right now, he's still, I think he has a SpongeBob issue to read, and he's reading his Penguins of Madagascar and Richie Rich comics. But these are actually long comics, so he does like these because they take him a while. A lot of great story in here. You usually get the Avengers story, you get a bonus story, and then you get the Fury Files, which the Fury Files here is Power Man, Luke Cage. So I like getting my son comics for his own age. He's only 8, and I like Little Legend to read that kind of stuff. Let's see what else I got. I had a pretty big haul for my comics. I had 9 that was in the subscription list. So next up, I'm giving this a try. I'm trying to go back and read these. Since I've never read any of the original Green Arrow issues, I went ahead and picked this up. It's a $2.99 book. It's a Green Arrow number 15, Fall of the Green Arrow. What was funny, I loved the issue in Justice League, the New 52's Justice League. I think it was issue 8. And Green Arrow was trying to join the Justice League to try to be like a little infiltrator spy. I thought that was pretty funny. And he was just trying his hardest to join. But for some reason, Green Lantern just did not like Green Arrow, which is kind of funny and odd because back in the old days, Hippie, you may have to help me out on this. Wasn't it the 70s or maybe the late 60s, 70s where Green Lantern and Green Arrow were like teaming up in the same book? I don't know. But in the New 52, Hal Jordan hates old Oliver Queen. Last book I want to show you from the subscription list, which AKA it's my pull list, but I get I order these 2 months advance. That's why it's called subscription list, and I get a pretty big discount. Is the Phantom Stranger. The Phantom Stranger right here. Check that out. Phantom Stranger. Pretty cool. I've enjoyed issue 0, 1, and 2. Each issue makes you want to read the next issue. Like always, the last couple pages, it always leaves and ends at a climax. So it's kind of like any good TV show, like The Walking Dead, for instance. Now, just by me saying that, y'all probably want to put bullets in my head. I'm not saying The Phantom Stranger is as good as The Walking Dead TV show. I'm just saying, I'm using it as an example. So this is Phantom Stranger number 3. Really cool cover. It says, "No one can escape the haunted highwayman." Love it, love it, love it. Issue 2 ended where Highwayman's got the Phantom Stranger in a noose, which is really odd. It must be a magical noose because Phantom Stranger, like me, should just be able to phase in and phase out. It's Phantom Stranger. Now let me show you some books that weren't on the subscription list. I need to add them on the subscription list, which I might go back and do, or I may just pick them up on regular orders from mycomicshop.com. But I've got first, Lot 13, issue 2. This is issue 2 of 5. This is a 5-part series. Just a great story. I haven't read issue 1. I've got issue 1 on the way from eBay because mycomicshop.com was all sold out. This is another $2.99 book, and it's supposed to be a really scary story. Some of the folks that have already reviewed issue 1 says it kind of starts off slow, but it speeds up a lot in issue 2. Roger 69501, my brother down in Puerto Rico, who also is probably like the only other Phantom Stranger New 52 fan in the comic book community. He also likes Lot 13, and I've watched Travis and some other people talk about Lot 13, aka Oddfellows Thoughts, if you didn't know who Travis was. But Roger pretty much sold me on the book. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Roger 69501 lately, and he is just an awesome guy, and he's just great. I just love watching his videos. So Lot 13 right there. And then the other book, of course, is All New X-Men. What I love right now in the community, like I've read All New X-Men. I've talked about issue 1 and 2 briefly in some prior videos. I love this book. Imagine Back to the Future and just an X-Men story, pretty much is what this is. And I love this story, love the storyline. Can't get enough of this book. The only 4 Marvel Now books I'm picking up is Fantastic Four, FF, All New X-Men, and Uncanny Avengers. But I really love this All New X-Men book. It's a great storyline. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm also enjoying all of the great reviews I'm hearing on in our YouTube community. I know Amy from Dynamic Comic Duo has been reviewing the All New X-Men, as well as a ton of other Marvel Now books. So I highly recommend subscribing to Dynamic Comic Duo if you want to see a review of a certain book. Check it out. She's been reviewing most of the popular titles for Marvel Now, and Independence and DC books as well. So you'll never know what you'll find, but you can find it on Dynamic Comic Duo. Now this is All New X-Men, like I was saying. This is issue 3. I have not read this yet, just picked this up tonight, so I'm really pumped up for this. I've been keeping up with all my Marvel Nows. A lot of the DC stuff I've got on the back burner, but I have been trying to stay current and reading all the Marvel Now titles that I pick up anyway. So I'm excited to get those. And this other one I want to show you is kind of going to go with the next books I want to show you. So I'm going to show it to you in a minute. I'm going to put some of these books back in my comic book box real quick. Kind of do some cleanup while the video catches up. And like I said, fans, this stuff is in beta. My speed is totally fast enough for this. It's just this thing is kind of lags every now and then. Wow, it's lagging. It's lagging right now. I'm watching the preview video and I'm still talking Phantom Stranger, and I just put that one away. God, I haven't even gotten to my Marvel Nows. This is kind of like Back to the Future here. Okay, there it is. Hippies Collectibles. I just found it. You commented on this 1 minute ago as you're watching me just put Green Arrow and the deal. Yeah, I swear to God, I think this thing is about a minute to, because it keeps buffering, so it's like slowing down. So yeah, these are good. I mean, this way of doing videos is good, but the buffering kind of sucks. And it is, Hippie, it is. It's my connection because my upload speed's not fast enough. Okay, so it was the 70s book. It was called Green Lantern / Green Arrow. So yeah. You may remember that iconic cover where I think it was it, oh, that one guy. I can't remember his name, but he wanted to beat Marvel to the punch on the drug issue, where I think Speedy's did the heroin or whatever. And then he's like, my ward, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Okay, we're back. Let me show you these other issues here that I got. And this is the first one I want to show you. This issue was a $2.99 book. Funny thing was, the day I was talking to Justin Gray earlier, before I was talking to him, I was reading about this new book off the new releases on mycomicshop.com. The book was called The Human Bomb, or Human, yeah, is it No, it's just Human Bomb. Human Bomb issue 1. This is going to be an issue 1 of 4. 4-part miniseries that's pretty much going to tell the Human Bomb origin. This is a brand new Human Bomb. There's been other Human Bombs in the past. And if you've ever read the Freedom Fighters, you'll know the Human Bomb character. Now, this isn't the first time Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti have done Freedom Fighter characters. They've done about 3 instances or 3 miniseries of Freedom Fighter books in the past 3 or 4 years, I want to say. So DC is constantly trying to get Gray and Palmiotti to, breathe new life into these characters originally from Quality Comics. And of course, they sold their stake and DC bought Quality Comics. Captain Cummings would say these were D-list characters. But back in the day, Quality Comics, people love these characters. One of the most famous Quality Comics characters that DC's been able to do stuff with has been Plastic Man. But this is Human Bomb. Okay. Now, that was the last of the pull I got today. The rest of the titles I want to show you are ones that I ordered previously because I did research on Gray and Palmiotti's run. And it just so happens that prior to the Human Bomb, we have right here, we have the Ray number 1, which is also one of the Freedom Fighter characters. This is issue 1 of 4. This is the Ray, issue 2 of 4. This is the Ray, issue 3 of 4. So I'm getting, when I start to read these, I'll get an origin story of these characters. And this is issue 4 of 4. I like this cover. It's the Ray and his greatest enemy finally revealed. I think that's a cool looking cover. I have no clue who his enemy is, but I think this Ray is drawn pretty cool. After that, we have another Quality Comics classic, The Phantom Lady and Doll Man. If you look for this on mycomicshop.com, it's just called Phantom Lady, but this is issue 1 of 4. This is issue 2 of 4. Issue 3 of 4. I'm trying not to get too much glare from that shiny Mylar. My Lights 2 by E. Gerber. If you're interested, egerber.com for your Mylar and your acid-free backing board needs. Phantom Lady and Doll Man, issue 3 of 4. And the finale, the Phantom Lady and Doll Man, 4 of 4. Now, I'm eager to see where Gray and Palmiotti go with these. Of course, they're going to finish up the Human Bomb series. They're going to probably have Uncle Sam and possibly some other Freedom Fighter guy. I don't know much about the Freedom Fighters, but I know that group was made, I guess, maybe late 70s, early 80s. And I think it was only a 15-comic run by DC. And it was bringing all those Quality Comics characters together in the same title. But they just never have been able to get over the hump. So I hope they do well. I really like Justin Gray and Palmiotti's writing. Let's go back to the comments real quick. Dynamic Comic Duo, you're very welcome for the shout out. As you know, my friend, usually at nighttime, right before I go to bed, I usually finish up my videos with one of the Dynamic Comic Duo's videos because they always keep me laughing and entertained. And I go to bed with a smile on my face. Edge of Blade says he can't even upload a YouTube video now because YouTube screwed up on him. So yeah, they really have made it different with this new look to YouTube. So yeah, we got a lot of complaints about YouTube. And I'm just so, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I just have seen a sighting by Kat, aka Comic Uno, aka Hayden Claire Heroes. I'm so glad you're watching this. That girl, let me tell you about Comic Uno if she's still watching. What I love about her videos are she separates everything in her videos to where I'm not watching some long video like I'm watching myself right now. What is this? I'm 25 minutes and I'm just rambling on with my laggy ass live show here. But I love Comic Uno Cat. I love your videos because I'll watch, like if you have something on there and it says something like Aquaman, I'm not going to watch it. If you have something on there like, I don't know, I kind of like a lot of your stuff, but you know what I mean. If she's reviewing all new X-Men, I'm going to watch it. If she's reviewing Arrow, the TV show, I'm going to watch it. If she reviews Walking Dead in the comic, the show, I'm going to watch it. So what I love is she'll break everything down into one single video, and I can easily watch it. You know, they're like 6 to 9 minutes. Boom, I'm in, I'm out, I'm done. And I love watching Comic Uno. And I'll also usually catch every Tuesday night. I watch Dark Avenger Inc. I love when they do their live shows together because Audrey and Craig are on there. Comic Uno's on there. Mike, aka Spider Slayer, sitting on the couch is on there, and Comics SGW, Steven's on there, and my boy, my main man, Mr. Mikey is on there, and the whole gang. You know, Chris knows who he is. I don't have to say his name. He promotes himself enough, kind of like the great legend coming at you live. So I really like watching all your videos. I want to give two special shout outs now before I go. One is to a guy that has a ton of videos here on YouTube, but I don't know if a lot of you know about him, but he also does a great job in single reviews, kind of like Comic Uno does, or Hayden Claire's Heroes, if you need to subscribe to her. And his name is 1984 Terminator. He puts up great review videos. Not only does he review the best in comics, he also reviews the best in PS3 gaming. So he does a lot of great stuff. So check out 1984 Terminator. Really cool guy. Just an awesome guy to talk with. And I'll put his link and this next link down below. For all you other folks commenting and all you other folks watching, please check out the people I've been talking about. Their links are in the comments. I'm not going to retype links if they've commented in the comment box. One other thing I want to tell you, fans, is I want you to check out brand new channel. She's been a YouTube subscriber, commenter, liker. She's been following the comic book community, and she's getting into the comic book community herself. Her name is La Raza. You need to check out La Raza tonight, today, tomorrow, or the next day. Check her out. She's brand new to the comic book community. Her first intro video, she drew some amazing art of Catwoman and Batman. Simply amazing. Amazing. And what I love also about this comic book community is we have some excellent artists in the comic book community. Why Not Art? He's working on a project right now, drawing some caricatures of the comic book community. Also, another is Craig, Rorschach's Journal, excellent artist. And Chris, aka Doc and Hallett, excellent artist. And one more, I almost forgot him, the co-host of Comic Talk Podcast, Costin Bromstar. Scott, very great artist.